Com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. And now,
the 3-time sexiest man in Millington, Johnny Harden.
What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And yeah, I'm a little fired up. You know why? Because it's a Friday's Eve. We are so much closer to the weekend, and the weekend is going to be as good as it's always going to be. But this weekend is a little bit extra power. There's a little bit extra scrapping going on. There's a little extra fight in the week. And I'm not talking about gambling either, which is usually me. I love little action. By the way, how'd y'all like that? Sorry about New York. But if you did go with Kevin last night, you would have gotten that easy Arizona play. Diamondbacks dominated. But speaking of domination, it is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and we have a beautiful show set up for you. Hardenwood's going to be at 2 o'clock today. Hardenwood, because it feels so good. SEC Media Days finishing up, so we're going to talk about that. I got my man, you know the man, the myth, the living legend, Isaac Simpson at 2:30. He's going to rock and fire talking Memphis sports. And, of course, at 1:30, me and Gabe are going to get down and dirty on a lot of football and plus some quarterback talk that we got to take from the text to the airwaves. But right now, I got to tell y'all about Attitude MMA. A lot of people are like, what? Well, if you are saying what, listen up. This is very, very important. Attitude MMA Fights is happening this weekend. It is the real deal Holyfield. But the cool thing about it is we got men. We got also young boys who are starting out who want to aspire to be these men. We got fights starting at 4 o'clock. This bad boy's going practically all night. Saturday, July 20th at FedEx Forum, Attitude MMA Fights is putting on something that if you enjoy a little bit of mixed martial arts, if you want to see the different disciplines and people come out and dominate, this is where you want to be this weekend. FedEx Forum. We always talk about them Tigers, them Grizzlies, but Attitude MMA is going to put on a show like nobody's business. I'm very fortunate. I got a couple fighters in studio. I got my man Khabib. I got Khalil.
Yeah, I beat Khabib.
I'm so sorry. You would beat, Khabib. I'm thinking of Nur, whatever. I can't say his last name.
Khabib too small.
Yeah, he's too small for you, by the way. But my man Khalil, he's ready to get down and absolutely destroy it this weekend. Joe's in studio. And the thing is, I got to just mention this. Joe is on a little bit of he's probably having a little flashback. Joe actually worked here like a different lifetime ago on the street team down the hall. Now he's in here with a big old beard. He's got guns, and he's ready to rock and roll and fire. But I also got my man Chad in studio, and I want Chad now. Grab that mic. I got some questions for you. All the people want to know what's going on. They also want to know, I'm sure, how to get tickets. This is going to be something that hasn't happened, I don't think, ever here in Memphis.
Well, hey, guys, Chad Chilcutt here. We've been doing these Attitude MMA fights for about 6 years now. Took about a year off. And
Did you ever do them at the FedEx Forum?
Man, not yet.
I was going to say, this is the first year at the real deal Holyfield, right?
This is going to be number 3. So the third show at the FedEx Forum.
This is number 3, really?
Yeah.
So y'all are blowing up like nobody's business, huh?
Well, we're working hard. I got some good team members here. You know, it's not just about me at all. So
I do notice that's one thing you talk about, your team, your gym. And by the way, before anything, Chilcutt's is your gym, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And tell us about some of your fighters. And again, tell everybody what's going on. 3rd year at FedEx Forum. I live downtown. I want to get this out. This is called Hoop City. And as I was talking with my man Khalil, we talk about all the basketball players that go out and do things and football players. This place, got Memphis kickboxing down the street. This area is getting known now for, different disciplines and mixed martial arts. It's taken off pretty big, and I still don't understand why it's kind of under the radar of the main media.
Well, this will be a third show at the FedEx Forum this year. So So we got actually another one planned September 28th. So we're real excited. A great group of different schools in the Memphis area have been doing this in this industry. The place and different states, from surrounding states, Mississippi, Arkansas, St. Louis. Some people come from further as California. Horace Gracie's son fought on our show a couple years ago, made his MMA debut, and now he's a Bellator fighter. So, but we're real excited. This show has got a kids league, which is the United States Fighting League, and we are sponsoring it. And it is going to be a big deal because these kids, they haven't really fought in a big arena like this before.
It's huge.
Yeah, and they this league is the next generation. So there's UFC fighters that show up for these kids. They wear a little bit of pads and a little bit more rules. However, they're going to start this Saturday. Their fights are going to open up for the adults, and their fight show starts at 4
o'clock.
Yeah, and these guys
doors open at 3 o'clock. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Did you know that Jason Whitaker? Y'all know him. Chad Whitaker, Gavin Whitaker.
Yeah.
His 12-year-old little boy is fighting in this bad boy.
Yeah.
It's going to be his first time. He's fired up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be down there to see him. So I'm excited about this.
These kids are fighting to be on the USA team, which are going to be championships in Rome. That's a big
What?
This could be possibly one of the biggest shows that hit Memphis. There's 35 bouts altogether. So, and there's we got 5 professional.
One ticket gets
Five
you an
professional.
opportunity to see every single one of these bouts.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can you real quick, because I know I got people out there who are like, how do I get to these, how do I get tickets? Do I just go to FedEx Forum? Do I go to Ticketmaster? Where do I go right now, Chad?
Both. You can go to both. Ticketmaster, go to FedExForum.com, and you can.
What about AttitudeMMA.com?
AttitudeMMA.com. That's our website. So, all those are ways of getting tickets. So
Perfect.
We still got tickets left. So go now. And some of the cage side are sold out, but there's other areas that you can see the fights from anywhere that you get a ticket.
It's going to be a very beautiful arena.
We're giving tickets away, too.
I was about to say, we are giving tickets away here on this show. I'm going to make people out there do a little bit of work for them because I want those who really want to go out there and see these men fight. I want to go out there. But before I bring in a couple fighters, because I want to talk about my man who's probably having a little nostalgia. Joe's over there freaking out like, what am I doing, man?
Joe Pass.
I used to work here, man. This is crazy. And then I got my man over here. I have to bring up Khalil real quick first and foremost. Just to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you straight up, who are you fighting? Because I feel sorry for him.
I'm fighting Jordan Fowler. He's a good fighter. You don't have to feel sorry for him.
You don't have to. I love it, but that's the way the people who give the most as much respect as both you and Joe have done today are usually the ones that you fear. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't take anything for granted, you don't take anybody lightly. You constantly are working on your discipline, and y'all were talking about. We talked about how Memphis is so known. Y'all talked about who was it? Amori Boyd, who is a Memphian, who's an Olympian. And I just want y'all to tell some of the Memphis fans out there who are listening, who always are listening to basketball and football, tell them a little bit about what's going on in MMA.
Well, and it's crazy. Memphis has kind of been a major pipeline as far as like professional athletes for quite some time, but it's definitely under the radar. So, I mean, everyone knows about, of course, Quentin Jackson, but there's so many other fighters that have really made a living and built a reputation off of fighting itself. You've got guys like Omari Boyd, who's currently like 4th in Glory, which is it's a world championship level kickboxing. I mean, it's all over the place. He's fought in Italy, he's fought in Russia. You've also got guys even just in the state of Tennessee that have fought all over this world. I mean, Andy Urick, Zach Underwood. You've got guys like Brian Hall.
Ryan Spann, let's not forget
Man,
about Spann.
oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Ryan Spann, he ran through here. Mike Perry even had a few fights in Memphis, and he's in the UFC killing it. So
wow. So I mean, everybody.
Won in Brazil, beat a legend.
Man,
that's true.
All right. So since MMA is taking off in Memphis, you got my man Chilcutt's got his. But you got Chad. Where are you? By the way, how many gyms do you have?
We got one big one in Wolf Chase area, and then a smaller one in Arlington right now that we just opened up, 2872 Wolf Creek Parkway. Hey, and we got something.
And you take them from all ages, right?
Right. It's family oriented. We got kids. We got a lot of ladies for fitness kickboxing and men too. and then self-defense. So we have a really good.
Okay, so it's not just for fighters; it's also for
That's
those who
right.
want to get in shape.
Yeah, that's just a small portion of it, and different times for those guys or girls, and they work really hard in competitive jiu-jitsu, and then more self-defense and jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga, and then just people really wanting to get in shape. So we have something. We have a lot of people just wanting to get in shape, and then kids to develop them inside out. So not, it's baby steps. And
When you
back
say
to school
develop
is right around
them,
the
kind
corner.
of tell me what you mean by that.
Our whole theme this month is confidence is contagious. And so they're learning how to hold themselves and how to develop themselves and have that confidence to stand up for themselves, whether it's for a bully or going back to school. Hey, man, I got to make grades.
Dude, these
I
are
gotta make
practical. I was
grades.
going to say these are practical applications that you can use in life. I mean, we always talked about all the things you can learn in football and you can learn in all the regular sports and
Yeah.
everything. When you are disciplined enough to get up earlier than everybody else and go run, or not to have that ice cream when you go to bed, if you're willing to get in there and take kicks to your leg and hits to the face and just constantly keep coming back, that says a lot about character, in my opinion. And that's one thing that as I've gotten a little bit, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm an amateur. I ain't a fighter. Haven't been around it very much. I've gone over to Minglewood. I'm gonna be at FedEx Forum this Saturday. I'm watching y'all this weekend. I can't wait for that. But I will tell you that everything that you kind of talk about is kind of the same thing that my coaches were always trying to teach me in baseball or football. But it's almost kind of like on a different level because at least I thought of team sports. Y'all are actually still a team, and that's what I don't think most people understand. And I wanted you to explain a little bit about that, about the team aspect of what's going on with MMA, because y'all have y'all are part of clubs and teams, and I don't think most people realize that.
You got to have training partners. You've got to have coaches.
Support system.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mentality to a discipline, obviously, to get up and to make the training sessions, to wake up and in it to win it type of attitude. But there's no way, say Michael Jordan, everybody knows who Michael Jordan